Christmas in July makes me really hope for a real Christmas in 5 months from now, because of course temperatures will likely be a little cooler. Here's what we're seeing right now. It's not too bad really when you start off on this morning. Temperatures are in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Got a good deal of clouds around, but nothing too bad out there. Again, some areas of mist and fog are possible, but it's not very dense today, so we're not really expecting a big issue in terms of fog or mist impacting roadways. Once again, you get outside of the Tallahassee city limits, it might be a little more on the dense side. More vegetation outside of the city allows for more in the way of that moisture to settle. When you're near the downtown area, it's kind of harder for it to stay around, so that's why it's not too bad. Upper 60s and lower 70s over the region thus far. This afternoon, fairly warm, mid to upper 80s, but not hot and humid and uncomfortable. While the humidity will be around to some degree, it should be more on a more bearable side, I should say. Still, isolated showers can't be ruled out, but the main reason they'll be isolated, we're on the dry side of a cold front that is stalled over the Gulf of Mexico. That's also part of the reason why we're not seeing much in the way of any sort of activity right now, but when you broaden out the view, just south of the boundary, you've got rain moving toward areas along I-4. This will be impacting areas like St. Pete, Tampa, and also Sarasota down toward the south, and also areas along southeast Florida. But for us, while we can't rule out rain, take a look here. It's going to be isolated. A drier wind from the northeast should really help to limit the rain potential. As a matter of fact, aside from areas in North Florida, I really don't expect a lot in the way of rain activity today. Even this model, I think, is a little too aggressive, and it's not even showing that much. So that goes to show you. And then tomorrow, isolated showers and storms again. Really not that bad of an outlook. Just your typical summer setup with a lack of the heat, but that will return for the weekend ahead. Quick look at the Baycast. Easterly winds in control pretty much all day. Wind speeds at around 10 to 15 knots or so. Here's a look at the 7-day. Numbers will continue to warm up. The weekend, lower 90s. That's near average for this time of year. More rain opportunities, but they'll be scattered. So no guaranteed washout, but you know how summer storms behave. Sometimes they can be heavy up. Sometimes you'll miss the rain entirely.